What are the developments in digital media that are sort of catching the attention of your clients, and what do you think is working?
I think it's all catching their attention. I think what they need is a navigator, because as you just covered, there are many, many things out there, many shiny objects, if you will. Some of the shinier ones right now are certainly programmatic, not only from a tactical perspective, but it represents a sea change for us on the agency side in terms of how we do business, and will evolve our model going forward, but for how clients can not only read and react faster in the marketplace, but create competitive advantage in doing so, both on the buying and back upstream and the insights part. Certainly, mobile is a big deal for people. For a lot of our clients, actually, mobily enabling their businesses is a big deal. So thinking of mobile not necessarily as a media channel, but as a connective tissue between the business itself and their consumers, however that may exist for their specific model. As we think about a more mobilely driven consumer, one of the things that I think is exciting is, over the past few years, we've had just an explosion of formats to communicate with people in the digital world. It used to be that we had sort of a relatively finite number of formats to communicate in, endorsed by IAB standards, along with some special units now and then. But as native advertising has come into the forefront of communications, I'm not sure consumers, or even we as professionals, sometimes always know exactly what is an ad unit and what isn't upon first look. So what I'm seeing now is, especially with a mobile-first consumer, is a lot of this roll into perhaps a common unit, which is really represented in the stream format that you see now in Facebook on mobile, a lot of what Yahoo's basing their new mobile product on, and is really fixated around image-based messaging along with a little bit of text to give it context. That's really exciting because I think things are beginning to coalesce and make themselves more available, more digestible, more palatable for mobile-first consumers. So I think that's what's really exciting, is being able to make a business mobily driven, both in terms of how we communicate through utility and through our traditional communication methods.
Now, are the clients there yet? Or, I've been sort of talking to people, and they say that mobile is huge and it's the fastest growing and everyone's on their device, but marketers are like not quite there yet, or they see it as a secondary thing. Where do we stand?
I really think it's a range. I think some marketers are there, and this could be one of those great moments of divide, where those who are taking the first steps will reap the benefits in years to come.
Now, is mobile? Mobile is a number of things. Is it direct response? Is it brand? Is it e-commerce? It's a lot of different things. But how do you see it a unique value versus, let's say, the desktop or television or?
First of all, it is all those things. So yes, its unique value is that it's the closest thing to you when you are going about everything you do. Whether it's walking by the store on Fifth Avenue or realizing you have some moment of inspiration somewhere and you remembered something you needed to do and you can do it very quickly. I think just from my own consumer perspective, I see a lot more ads on my mobile becoming a lot more relevant, and that's very heartening, because I think a lot of people are seeing the same thing. And I think that advertising and communications are once again becoming meaningful and inspirational for consumers the way they once were.
So what are the meaningful ad formats or forms around mobile? Is it sort of the little thing at the bottom? Is it a takeover? Is it native advertising? Is it sort of a branded site? What's working, or where is that going?
It's any of those things at the right moment in time. It depends on each person's journey. So, everyone talks about the right message, the right moment, the right time, and certainly those are absolutely still the case. But with a plethora of format capabilities and our ability to decipher how those are resonating with people, you're refining those three a lot further, and you're getting to things like the right tone and the right format to the right target segment. So we're really able to take it much deeper and therefore make it much more meaningful, more useful, more personable.
And what's the role of programmatic in mobile? What are your thoughts there?
Yeah, I'm both dubious and excited at the same time, I guess. I think there are times where we are making it still a bit intrusive and a bit of a hurdle for people. But with some of the new stream formats, I think we're making it much more organic, much more relevant, and that's what matters to people. So we'll get there. I think we are just beginning to be able to use data in a way in mobile that enables us to get past some false positives.